Ladies and gentlemen, with a showcase of music from yesteryear, will you please put your hands together and give a great big warm welcome to the Robbie Lee Experience.
And good afternoon! Well, here we go.
It's
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Your turn. Excellent. Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me a tweet, I said I was so bad. But then one day I learned the word I ain't knows it said. And word that's really ever heard, the biggest word it said. Oh! Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, even if you say it, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The other one I was being and now it's safe, you know. He went and then he used his word, he said I wouldn't go. He said it was a nuisance and they said the time of day. I said the special word and when they asked me I had to say, oh! Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now you can say it back, it's Dipsus, Alex, Big Fun, Drill, Runners. That's a bit too far. But the cat has got your tongue, there's no response, mate. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say. Better use it carefully or change, I must say. For example, one night I met me girl, and now me girl, she's me wife. What a lovely thing as well. Oh! Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 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 And good afternoon. Welcome to the cinema. Do you remember these tunes? Sing with me. You all know it. Come on. Oh, I did. A female did rain a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread, love, a note that follows soul. Tea we drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to dough. Oh, oh, oh. Sing!
Dough!
A dear, then join it, come on.
Rain!
A drop of golden sun. And again.
Me!
A name I call myself.
Far!
A long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling bread, a note that follows soul. Tea we drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to dawn. So don't la ti mi re do. So don't la ti do re do. Sing again. Do a dear, a female dear. Sing with me. Rain, a drop of golden sun. Well done. Me, a name I call myself, far a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread, love, and of the parasol. Tea we drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to be back with you. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Film Week. Oh, crikey, there's some choices of songs here. I'll pull my hair out this with not much left. I got some cracking songs, some fabulous, fabulous movies over the decades. And I got to take you back to all the days when, crikey, when we used to go to the cinema, you had a choice of going upstairs or downstairs. It was more expensive upstairs, of course. And the days when you used to have 2 films. Anybody remember those days? 2 films, not just one, but 2 films. It was fantastic. We had an A film and the B film. And so I've got a lot of choice of songs to choose from this week. And crikey, it's been hard. So what I'm going to do is the first part of the show, we're going to go back to the old black and white films, okay? And the second part, we've got a bit more for the dancers and a bit more modern films that everybody knows these tunes, so you don't have to worry. If you want to join in, by all means join in. It's going to have great fun, and I hope you'll enjoy singing along with me. Let me take you back, first of all. Let's go back to 1935. There was a film. The film was called Top Hat. And it had great stars of the day. We had 2 wonderful entertainers, Fred Astaire and Miss Ginger Rogers, of course. Some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful dancers. And they sang some great songs. We had a couple of songs that came from the Top Hat. But the best one, I think, do you remember that one? There was the one that did Putting On My Top Hat. That was from the same film. But the best song I think that came from was a little tune that you might remember. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats that I could hardly speak. And it seems to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain, reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much dancing in the cheek. Dance with me, I want my arm around you. That charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats that I so can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh yeah! I was going to do some dancing. I had an accident this morning. I was doing some tap dancing, and I fell off the sink onto the deck. Oh yeah! Woo! Dance with me. I want my arm around you. That charm about you will carry me through to heaven. Oh, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats high, can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness we see when we're out together dancing, out together dancing, out together dancing, cheek to cheek. And there we are. Oh yes, wonderful. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Now, oh, this is I've got a lovely old song for you right now. And it's a bit of a tearjerker, so if anybody's got any tissues, now's your chance. Quick hello to Jill and, from Cornwall. Nice to have you aboard this afternoon. Mark, nice to have you as well. Pete, nice to see you. Angela, hello. Okay. And lots more, which I'll try and get through in a short while. I'd like to sing a little song from 1944. It's the song that came from one of those old black and white films. God blimey, it's fantastic though. I don't know why, but I just do enjoy black and white films. I don't know about you. And there was a film that featured a wonderful singer, Mr. Bing Crosby. Now, Bing Crosby always gives you that impression of being a white, healthy, cleaner than clean type of person. And he actually made a role of a priest in one film. And the film was called Going My Way. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's a cracking old film. It's a tearjerker. And the film featured Barry Fitzgerald. And if you remember your black and white films, Barry Fitzgerald was that little old Irish fella. Oh, this lovely fella was that. He talked like that. And both of them played the parts of two priests. And Bing Crosby was the new priest in the parish. And Barry Fitzgerald, Father Fitzgibbon, was the old priest. Of course, he didn't like the new broom coming in, weren't friends. And of course, like true Hollywood style, they became big friends, close friends. And there was a song towards the end of the film when Father Fitzgibbon, that was Barry Fitzgerald, was on his deathbed. And it was a song that Bing Crosby sang. It's a little tune. This one's Tooraloo, Tooraloo. Over in Killarney, many years ago, my mother sang a song to me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple little ditty in her good old Irish way. And I'll give the world if I could hear that song to me this day. Hush now, don't you cry. That's an Irish lullaby. That's an Irish Ah, fabulous, good old Bing Crosby. Let me take you now to a wonderful film in 1934. Rodgers and Hart wrote some great musicals back in the 30s. And there was a Clark Gable film called Manhattan Melodrama. I've never seen it, I've got to be honest with you. And but there was a song in there that everybody knows and everybody loves singing with it. It's a tune that was one of the old-fashioned singers, Mr. Billy Eckstine, recorded in the 1950s. And there's a little tune that is going to take you away. This one, all about Blue Moon. All right. Ah, lovely. Who we got? Hello, Nick. Nice to have you. Blue Moon, I saw you standing alone, without a dream of your own, without a love of my own. someone I really cared for. Lovely. And in the softly appeared before me, the only one my arms could hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me, and when I looked, the moon turned to gold. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love I own. Fabulous! Marvelous! Ah, it's great to be back with you. I hope you enjoy these tunes. I really do. It's shout-out time in a minute. Nice to see you all got your shout-outs quick. Somebody whisper, please adore me, and when I look, the letter to go. Blue. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love I own. Blue moon, blue moon. Blue Moon, that was fantastic. Now, we had a song at the beginning of the show from fantastic dancer Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Great dancers, wonderful. And my favourite dancer is a dancer called Gene Kelly. And Gene Kelly appeared in a film in 1951. The film was called An American in Paris. And I've got to be honest with you, I much prefer, as I said, I much prefer Gene Kelly. I thought he was a bit more modern dancer as opposed to Fred Astaire. I mean, Fred Astaire was great for strict tempo and everything, but Gene Kelly was more free, which I thought was wonderful. And he appeared in this film with a lady called Leslie Caron. And they recorded a little tune that I think everybody will find wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful that you held me. It's so nice, it's paradise. So what I love to see. You made my life so glamorous. You couldn't blame me, feeling amorous. Oh, it's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. It's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. Snowful nights, always paradise. See what I love to see. My dear, it's falling over time. From now on my heart is working overtime. Oh, it's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care, that you should care. Oh, it's wonderful that you should know that you should care for absolutely marvellous, one of a great song. Now, of course, we're moving into the age of Technicolor, but before we go into that, this week is rather a special week. It's Carers Week, and we should be, everybody should be celebrating that, not just NHS, but all of the industry, the caring industry. And I've got quite a few care homes to actually shout out to. The first one we'll go to first one is in Carmarthen in Plaza Derwin, Glamfrude Nursing, Millview in Ystrad, The Hollies in Ponty, Court Clyddy Gwyn, Morgana Court, Campion Gardens, Iraher, Plas Cwm Carew in Port Talbot, great place. Langton Hall, and Langton Hall, you have a big thumbs up from me because they have just had everything all clear. There are zero problems there at Langton. You've worked extremely hard to do it, as you all have, so well done, Langton. Pencoed, Woodfield, Woodland Lodge, Terreston, old friends of mine, Brooklands, nice to have you aboard again this afternoon, guys. Clydach Court in Treloar, Caldy Grange, Church Farm Care in Great Yarmouth, nice to have you back with us as well. Canterbury House in Milford, Park House Care in Cardiff, Kaya Glass Resource in Ponty, Lisa Twisug in Swansea, Llandaff House in Llangennych, Parkwern, Parkview in Neath, St Aishan in Cardiff, Tegvan in Aberdare, the Rookery and Uscabowen House in Aberdare as well. So a big hello and a big thank you for all the hard work that you are doing, and also for all the non-unpaid work, okay, for all the unpaid carers, okay. Thank you so much, all the volunteers that have been putting in so much effort, so much work, and I know I've got a load of care workers there to say hello to in a short while, so a big thank you for all of you. So, we're going to take you now to the days of Technicolor and the Technicolor widescreen. Remember those Cinerama, you know, Ben-Hur films and all like that? And there was one film that stood out, and it was made by a wonderful gentleman by the name of Walt Disney. Okay, now this film was a film that was actually based on a collection of stories from Rudyard Kipling. And in his book, in 1894, this was actually, believe it or not, Rudyard Kipling's father was the man that did all the illustrations for the book. And in 1967, Walt Disney's studios produced a great film. And it's a rather sad thing because this was the last film that Walt Disney was in charge of. And in fact, he died halfway through the production of the film. The film! And it's my children's favourite all-time film, and still is today. I know my grandchildren listen to it. The film was called Jungle Book. And here's a couple of tunes that you might remember. And if you do, join with me. Here we go. You gotta be blue. Look for the bare necessities, simple bare necessities. What about your worries and your strife? I mean the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes. Bring the bare necessities of life. Whenever I wonder, whenever I roar, I could be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants, maybe take a glance at the fancy ants. Then maybe try a few. Compliment. Might get mixed up. Bare necessities of life come to you. They'll come to you. Right, sing with me. Look for them. Necessities, simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes. Bring about necessities of life. Here we go. Now when you pick up a pawpaw or a prickly pear, and you pick up a pawpaw, well next time beware. Don't think that pretty there by the pole. When you pick a pear, try the claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a ball in the big ball. For now I'm the king of the swingers, jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man club and stroke right into town and be just like the other man. I'm tired of mugging around all together. Oh, Scooby-Doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. You see it's true, someone like me can learn to be like someone like you. Then I'm trying to keep in my club, I'll make a deal with you. What I desire is match red fire to make my dream come true. Now give me the secret maker, come on, learn to do. Give me the power of match red fire so I can be like you. Sing, ooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. Oh, see it's true, someone like me can learn to be like someone like you. Can learn to be like someone like you. Can learn to be like someone like you. Yeah. Jungle Book, absolutely brilliant. Do you know they do these remakes? I gotta be honest with you, ladies and gents. They do these remakes, and they're not really as good as the original. But the original, still today, is one of my favourite children's programs, films of all time. And there's been some crackers as well. Right, 1965 we're going to go to. Right, but before we do, as I say, it's Carers Week. Carers, this is your chance now. Thank you so much. And you've been writing in this week in your droves. I can't believe it. I'm going to have to get a secretary. It's no good. This is terrible. A big hello to all carers now. And a big thank you as well. And I say this every week. And I mean it every single week. We cannot do without you. You are a marvellous, marvellous team. I go to Jill Laidlow and Harrod Jones, Amanda Appleton, Paula Evans, Donna Davis, Deborah McDermott, Jane and Sarah, who else? Pauline Mottram, Lisa Aldred, Wendy Parker, Alison Richards, Denise Hodge, Jane Thomas, Edwina Ashton, Lee, Ian Burden, Amanda Lewis, Angela Thomas, Gavin Cox, Jane Lawrence George, Debbie Headley Griffiths, Annie Ascott, Jane Thomas, Bernadette Thomas, Jenny D, Peter and Lynn from Kaya Glass, Chloe King from Swansea, Maria Stevens and Jill Tucker. Thank you very much for writing in. You took the trouble, and it's been wonderful to see what a great effort you've put out, and she's now paying off. So well done, everybody. I really am absolutely proud of you. Okay, and we've got some more shout outs for everybody else in a short while. But a little take to 1965. And Great Britain has produced some wonderful songwriters over the years. Lennon, McCartney, Jagger and Richards. Many wonderful songwriters. And the most successful musical songwriters was two guys called Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber, and they wrote many musicals in their time. And in 1965 they wrote a musical comedy, believe it or not, a musical comedy that since then has had over 30,000 schools and amateur productions have staged this actual musical, and it's a very popular musical called Joseph and his Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Yeah, absolutely right. And many people have starred in this over the years. You've had people like Philip Schofield, Johnny Osmond, David Cassidy, believe it or not, was actually in the production in America. And in 1991, we had a little Australian fella, and he used to be on the telly in a program called Neighbours, and he recorded one of the tunes from this. He became the Joseph in that production. It was one of the most successful productions apparently, and this song got to #1, and it was there for 12 weeks. A little song that you all can get your arms going. I hope you enjoy it. Mick, nice to have you. All right. I close my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what a dream I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return? The light is dimming, and the dream is dreaming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. I love it. Ah, that's marvelous. John, nice to have you back. Nicky Brooks, nice to have you as well. Oh, we all know it now, we get the coat. I can only afford a few colours. Run out of ink. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colours faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning? The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Ah, fabulous. Jason Donovan. Ah, wonderful. A wonderful musical. I have to be honest with you, my son Max played the hell out of that one when it was on video a few years ago. Right, into 1959, we're still in Technicolor. There was a comedy film called Hole in the Head. Anybody know it? Hole in the Head? No, I'll be honest with you, I've never watched it, I'll be honest with you. However, it starred some great actors, Frank Sinatra and the little gunman, what was his name? Edward G. Robinson. Yeah, okay. A most bizarre setup, I've got to be honest with you. You always imagine Edward G. Robinson as the as the one from the mafia, etc., the gunman, Al Capone. But made a film, and it was a very, very popular film, apparently. And there was one song that actually got to it, and it became a #1 over the years. And this song was actually, in 1960, was actually used as John Kennedy's, JFK's campaign song to get him to the presidency, and he won. So a little song gives you plenty of high hopes. Do you remember it? You can sing, you know this one. I bet you do. Here we go.
Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot to be learned.
What's that? Don't look around. You ready? Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move a rubber tree plant? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, 'cause he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. Oh, so anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, just remember the end. Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant. Oh. When troubles call
And your back's to the wall, there's
it's
a lot
great.
to be learned.
What's that? That one could fall. Brilliant. Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in the dam. No one could make him scram, ram. He kept butting that dam, 'cause he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky. So anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that round. Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt down.
Whoops, there goes a million kilowatt down.
Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt down. Ah, brilliant. Who else we got? Oh, hello, Mike. Ovi from Spain. Nice to have you aboard, sir. Hope the weather's better. Millview. All problems just a toy balloon. They'll be bursted soon. They're about to go pop. Oops, there goes another problem kerplop.
Whoops, there goes another problem curve.
Whoops, there goes another problem kerplop. Kerplop. There we are, fantastic. A hole in the head. That film, absolutely brilliant. Now, of course, as we got in more and more into more modern times, the musicals got more and more modern as well. And gone were the days when we had the loads of dancers all in the ballrooms, etc., having these wonderful dance routines. And we got to a more modern type of musical. And there was, in 1999, there was two Swedish fellas, Benny and Bjorn from ABBA. And they wrote a stage musical. And this musical is the one of, I think, the 4th biggest earning musical ever. Over $1 billion they had earned off this. A fabulous, absolutely fabulous musical. And the musical was called Mamma Mia. And of course it gained popularity because the songs that Benny and Bjorn wrote for ABBA will always be popular with everybody. And of course they made the film in 2008. Anybody remember who was in the film? Yeah? Meryl Streep, Pierce Brosnan, Colin Firth and Julie Walters. Now, it'd be impossible to do all of them. So what I've put together is, I hope, a selection of songs that you will all enjoy from the film and from the stage play, Mamma Mia. You're mine on the Thursday night. Honey, you'll be free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know, so be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down, take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. So much I wanna do. When I dream along with you, it's magic. when you want to leave me there. I'm afraid of a love affair, but I think you know that I can't let go. Money, money, money must be funny in the rich man's world. Yes. Money, 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 always sunny in the rich man's world. All the things I can do if I had a little money. It's a rich man's world. Are you dancing? So when you're near me, darling, can you hear me? SOS. Whoa. The love you gave me, nothing else can save me. SOS. When you're gone, how could I even try to go on? When you're gone, though I try, how can I carry on? Oh, you all know this one. Super, super lights are gonna find me, shining like the sun, smiling, having fun, feeling like a number one. Super, super beats are gonna find me, but I won't feel blue like I always do. Somewhere in the crowd there's you. Oh, you're dancing. Excellent. Nicola, hello. You ready? 12:30 when I'm watching the late show. I'm black all alone. How I hate to spend the evening on my own. Autumn rain blowing outside the window as I look around the room. It makes me so depressed to see the gloom. There's not a soul out there, no one to hear my prayer. Right, here we go. You ready to sing? Give me a man after midnight. Won't someone help me chase the shadows away? Give me a man after midnight. Take me through the darkness till the break of the day. We all know this one. Are you ready? Knowing you, there is nothing we can do. Knowing you, we just have to face it this time. We're through. Breaking up is never easy. I know, but I have to go. Knowing me, knowing you is the best I can do. Can you join that? There we are, the ABBA medley from Mamma Mia. What a cracking selection of songs there. Do you know, it's great to see you dancing. I have to be honest with you. It makes me wish I could. Brilliant. Okay. 1985, a producer from London called Cameron McIntosh, introduced to the West End. And this has got to be my favourite all-time West End musical. In fact, one of my favourite musicals of all time, I have to be honest with you. A musical called Les Miserables. And I've been to see this thing, oh crikey, how many, about 4 or 5 times. An absolutely wonderful production and has never ever let me down. Some great songs, and Les Mis holds the record today for the longest running musical in the West End. Crikey, that's a feat in itself. So, there have been so many brilliant actors and fabulous singers that have been in the show. Alfie Boe, one of my favourite all-time greats. Michael Ball, maybe not. And in 2009, there was a television programme called Britain's Got Talent. And it introduced a young lady. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Of course, Susan Boyle. And she sang a song that took her to stardom. And it was got a lovely voice, I have to be honest with you. But it's a wonderful song, and it's a tune that I hope you're going to enjoy. I dreamed a dream in times gone by, when hope was high, life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I pray that God would be forgiven. Then I was young and afraid, and dreams were made, used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hopes apart, and they turn your dream to shit. And I still dream will come to be, that we will live the lives together. But there are dreams that cannot be. There are storms we cannot weather. Dream my life will be. Now life has killed the dream I dream. Fabulous. What a great song there. I Dreamed a Dream. Oh, great. Now, of course, we had some great musicals. I'm going to get you all dancing now. In the 1970s, we had the Bee Gees. Remember they did that musical, Staying Alive? And remember those guys with those tight pants and the hi boys? No one knew they're tight. And they also were involved in a musical which started off, crikey, many years ago, 1971. It was on Broadway, and Robert Stigwood, the manager of the Bee Gees, made it into a film. And it was a film made on a budget, believe it or not, and it cost just over £1 million to produce. And yet one of the greatest films, great musicals of the 20th century. And I'd like to do a medley of songs from this film. And the film featured two wonderful entertainers. Olivia Newton Bomb, oh, she was cracking, and John Travolta. And the film, what was it called? It was called Grease. Why, this is automatic. Yeah, it's systematic. Why, it's hydromatic. It's Grease Lightning. Echo. Whoa. I got chills, they multiply, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. Oh yeah. You better shape up, 'cause you need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, better understand, to a heart you must be true. Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. Oh yeah. Oh, 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 honey, the one that I want. Get some overhead lifters and some more bound quads, oh yeah.
Talking, walking, talking.
Holy gypsy got up, chrome, plenty runs, oh yeah.
I get the money, I get the money.
We folks sit on them for the waiting at the door. You know I ain't bragging, this a real pushy wagon race like that. Oh, race like that, burning up a quarter mile.
Race like that, go, race like that, go.
Oh, race like that, goes and gonna hit that trial.
Race like that, go, race like that.
You are supreme, the chicks supreme, but grease like that. Yeah. Who gets a couple friends, tail like some 30-inch fins, yeah. A Carabino dashboard and tune of the twins, oh yeah. When you piss some plugs and sharks, I can get on my walks. You know I ain't bragging, this a real push wagon grease like that. Oh, here we go. Clap your hands. I'm getting tired. Oh, it's nice to see the rockers. Oh, anyway, slow it down a bit. Do you remember this one? There's got to be a member, there's two of us, right? Summer loving, happy you blast. Your turn.
Summer loving, happens so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me. Well done.
Cute as can be.
Summer days drifting away to those summer nights.
Oh, well,
Tell me more, did you get very far?
Tell me more, like does he have a car?
She swam by me, she got craving. I saved her life, she nearly drowned.
He should have
Summer sun, something's begun by those summer nights. Oh yes! Tell me more, did she put up a fight?
It didn't go down, that's what it is.
So I told her we'll still be friends.
Then we made our true love.
Wonder what she's doing now. Summer dreams ripped at the seams, but those summer fabulous Grease. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Right, shout out time. Crikey, there's so many to get through today. I'm going to get through them rather quick because time's against me. Paula Wilson-Smith, Pete Wright in Dallas, from Jersey, Sue Bisson-Campbell, Diane Bartlett and Gillian from Portsmouth, Southampton, I can never remember, Mark Thomas, David Stanford, Shirley Donaldson, Carol Temby, Alistair Livingston, Patricia Lindsay, Wendy Howells, Diane Thomas, okay, Rosie McDonald, Terry Davis, Lisa Phillips Morris, Barry Kinlish, Maggie Jones, Veronica Bird, Sophia Lowe Phillips, Andy Morris, Keith Mantle, Telesa Jimar, she's from the Philippines, Michael Monroe, Yvonne Watkins, Raj Nayak, Wendy Vaughan, Sabrina Edwards, Maria Stevens, Sophie Hinksman, Donna Bartlett, Jackie Henderson, Nikki Davis, Kath Cook, and Sharon Edwards. And a big hello to you all. And Juliet Jackson. from all the way from the USA, a very warm, a black country girl in the USA. There's nothing, can you imagine that? A black country girl in the States. But welcome, Juliet. It's nice to have you with us this afternoon. And I'd like to do another song from a great animation film. This was as a rather happy tune for me, really. It was a film that I first took my boys to when they were very, very young. And it was a great animation film featuring Tom Hanks. And they've made quite a few, one of the few franchises that have made a few remakes, and called Toy Story. And what a great film that was. I really did. In fact, I still enjoy it now. But I have to be honest with you, my favourite all-time musical film was Muppets Treasure Island. Anybody else? Am I just the sad person in the room? Yeah, but I wish I could get some songs from that. But yes, Toy Story, one of those great films. And it was written, there was a song that was the theme tune for it. It was a song that was written by Randy Newman and Lyle Lovett from the film. And still a favourite with many of them today. And I hope you're going to enjoy You Got a Friend With Me. Is that true? Thank you, Juliet. Thanks very much. I like this one. You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You've got troubles, I've got too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you, 'cause we stick together and we see it through. 'Cause you got a friend in me, yeah. You got a friend in me. Some other folks might think I'm a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, and as the years go by, our friendships, they will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny, 'cause you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Melissa, nice to have you aboard. Some of the folks think they're a bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you. And as the years go by, our friendships, they will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me, yeah. You got a friend in me, yeah. You got a friend in me, whoa. You got a friend in me, yeah. You got a friend in me. Oh, brilliant. Oh, wonderful song Randy Newman wrote there. Absolutely brilliant. Now, a song from a film. You may not have seen this one. I've seen it. It's a brilliant one. The soundtrack from it is absolutely fantastic. The soundtrack was produced by Tamla Motown, I can't remember his name now, but a wonderful film, and it was in 1984. It was a film that was written, directed and starred the brilliant, absolutely tremendous Gene Wilder. And I first saw Gene Wilder many years ago when I went with a load of guys from the band The Californians. We went to the pictures to see this film called Blazing Saddles. And still today, one of my favourite great comedy films. I love it to bits, I really do. And that was the first time I was introduced to Gene Wilder. Then I saw him in Young Frankenstein, etc. And a wonderful, talented individual, a fabulous, fabulous man. Wrote a great film, and it was called The Woman in Red. I don't know if you remember that at all. And the soundtrack, as I say, was written by a wonderful, brilliant, tremendous, talented Stevie Wonder. And he released a single from this film. This was my mum's favourite song I'm going to enjoy this afternoon. This got to #1 in the UK and in the USA. A little song. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy singing it. No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, he's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these 3 words I must say to you. All together. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night. No autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, though all so new, to fill your heart like 3 good words could never do. Alright, here we go. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. from the bottom of my heart, of my heart, of my heart. There we are, the fabulous, wonderful Stevie Wonder. What a talented man that was. Absolutely wonderful there. Well, sadly, ladies and gentlemen, folks, that brings my show sadly to a close. Now, let me just quickly tell you about next week's show, 2:30. Hello, Kath, Melissa and Sophia. Where have you been? You're a bit late, yeah? Next week's show is a choice of nice songs that I'm going to do for you right now, and the balance between the 40s, 50s and 60s. So we've got a bit for everybody next weekend, next Friday, 2:30, so don't be late. Just a gentle reminder, in a couple of weeks' time I'm doing a request show. I've had a few requests in already, but I need a few more just to make the show worthwhile. If anybody has got a favourite song, whether it's a romantic one who brings back memories, whether it's an anniversary song, a birthday song that you've enjoyed singing over the years, or just any song that you enjoy. You can have it from new, or you can have it from previous shows. And if you want to, you can always go back and watch the old videos and pick a song that you may enjoy. And it's going, I think it's about 2 weeks' time, 2-3 weeks' time, something like that, when I'll pick it all together. So that's a little one. So see you next week, next Friday, and I hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's session at the Flicks. Do you remember those days, we used to take popcorn in and used to throw it? Misspent youth, there really was. From me, Robbie Lee, thanks ever so much, and to all you unpaid carers and to all your carers, you're doing an absolutely fabulous job. I know we're not clapping every Friday, every Thursday, and if you ask me, you don't need clapping, you don't need it. What you need is more money. That's what you need. You can't go to Tesco's with clapping, can you? Do you want a pound of sausages? There we are. So, from me to you, thank you so much. Keep safe, everybody. Look after yourselves. Keep smiling. And if those selection of films that even are going today, and most films are also depicted by the theme music that they have, and there's none better than this little selection of songs. If I was to play this song, who would you think of? No, not Mr. Bean. Of course, James 007. Now, James Bond has been played by many people. Sean Connery, David Niven, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and today, Daniel Craig. And they've all assumed the role of James Bond. But in '61, a brilliant soundtrack was written by Monty Norman and arranged by John Barry. And he started off some fantastic James Bond themes. And here's a couple that you might enjoy. Here's one from '64. The Clever Pussers. Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas tongue, a spider's tongue, such a cold finger, reckons he to enter his web of sin, but don't go in. Golden words he will pour in your ear, but his lies can't disguise what you fear. For a golden girl knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Goldfinger. 1977, The Spy Who Loved Me. Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you, baby, you're the best. Does it better? Though sometimes I wish someone could. Nobody does it quite the way you do. Why'd you have to be so good? The girl from the valleys, Miss Shirley Bassey from Tiger Bay. Do you remember this? Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. I no fear that they might desert me. Diamonds are forever. Hold one up and they caress it, touch it, slowly undress it. I can see every part, nothing hides in the heart to hurt me. I don't need love. Oh, what good would love do me? Diamonds never lie to me. For when love's gone, they'll lost her heart. Thomas Jones. He always runs while others walk. He asks one other man just told. He looks at this world on its own. So he strikes like thunderbolt. He knows the meaning of success. His knees are more so he gives less. They call him the winner who takes all, and he strikes like of asking are all gone. His fight goes on and on and on, but he thinks that the fight is worth all. story strike like thunder. Thank you very much. God bless. See you next week, 2:30.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Who is
you've
that?
been listening to the star of your show. Please put your hands together and show your appreciation for the fabulous Robbie Lee.
Thank you very much. See you next week. Love you lots. Thank you.